Girl, giddy up, get up on the pony, girl, get it up. You gotta step it up.
Fashion, dogs, chains, music, my family, friends, 27 boxes, Kitcheners, Life Grand, Moja Cafe, my favorite movies of all time, usually.
Coming with the new yeah, I got the Chico. So now
What's up guys, it's your girl Skolleywood from the Southside. I'm here on the weekend turn up sports scene, powered by Adidas. Yeah. Scollywood is from the south side of Johannesburg, Gauteng, South Africa. Basically, my name was derived from the landmark Hollywood, and it basically means somebody who's trying to create their own type of, Hollywood, and just trying to live through your own dreams and ambitions and, aspirations and just who you want to become, in your own little world. And so basically, Scollywood is somebody who's just filled with lots of dreams and ambitions, trying to, conquer the world. Yeah. My musical inspiration, it started off with my discovery of A$AP Mob, and then it transitioned all the way to Lil Uzi Vert currently. Okay, at first, it started out with the whole thing of at school, it was playful, rapping it out, and then I started to realize that, oh my gosh, that this is actually something that I can do, and it could become, a career and something I could end up living off, in the future. And basically, I would say my influences came from my friends, especially when I moved to first year in varsity. I met up with a whole lot of, kids from the sound engineering departments by the school where I used to study, and it started off with ciphers, and I started joining, and then that's when I was like, oh, okay, I can actually do this. So I would say people who influenced me was the people that I used to hang around with.
I got the Chico, so now I'm going beast mode.
Okay, so firstly, because now we're facing GBV, rape culture, and just the overall misogynistic, culture that African tradition, comes out with. Women are often, not allowed to express themselves in ways that could possibly compromise, their gender roles, and just that whole, certain way that women need to be, portrayed out there. You can't say these type of things because you're going to look too manly, or you're going to override, the manpower, the manhood. Or you can't dress a certain way because you look disrespectful, looks too skimpy. So you don't really represent the culture right.
Dance for nothing, that you really have me shooting for something.
The advantages is that, we could, start to actually recreate and rebuild, the feminine division within the entertainment and musical industry itself. So yeah, it basically just gives us the opportunity of, no, listen, this is what we can do. We can't be boxed the whole time by society's norms and perceptions of, what to expect out of a feminine rapper, and just that whole thing of being barricaded because of African traditions and beliefs and cultures. Yeah.
Can be told I'm an icon by these cons. Always in my views, you a fraud.
Versatility, that's how I thrive through. And with the way I dress up, number one, I'm heavily, involved into fashion. And so my brand itself, the way I dress up, I'm a cross-dresser, number one. So just that whole thing of where I can jump into this aesthetic, I can jump into that aesthetic. It also goes along with my musical, direction, that I can do certain styles. I prefer not to box myself. So I would say versatility is my one unique attribute as an artist. For me, the experience of, just the stereotypical, mentality towards me as a female is that, it just made me realize that how much more work we still need as a country, in terms of, moving forward and just accepting of, different types of societies, because, there's just not one route, one way of how women, should be moving within the industry. If we want to, go hard with some bars, if we want to, give off, that male energy, we could do that, you know what I'm saying? So it just showed me how we still have a long way in terms of societal upgrade, if I could say that.
Now all I do is put my mind. Did you hear me stutter?
Nasty C, Lucas Raps, Blackie, Woosley, Youngster CPT. Who you dating? Yo, Nasty C, a dog, money.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Shut 'em up. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up.
I would say it affected me in such a way where my creative and musical progression, was kind of hindered because, of the lockdowns, the restrictions. So for me, to be honest, I feel like I would be, at a much more, higher, better position. So that's how ultimately the pandemic affected me.
With the light cool, with the jet in the middle, then the street hot girl summer.
Scollywood rising and Skolleywood, shifting the musical direction, especially within the female division of the hip hop and rap culture of South Africa.
She ain't tryna be a walker in the summer. That's what happens.
Hey yo, this is your girl Scollywood. Shout out to Sports Scene Weekend 20 for having me. You can catch me on all the socials, Instagram, and all my music on all streaming major platforms. They like who you, I'm like what? Scully, they like do you, and they don't. They just copy at the end of the day. They all know who did it first. Fuck it, I'm here to stay, and I want what's in the purse.
Shut 'em up. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. You just straight up, yeah.